Hello, long time no see. So yeah, stitchy plans did not go that well this year, and well, Flosstube didn't. I have stitched, not as much as I would have liked to, but I'm here doing an end of year wrap up anyway, and I've actually stitched more than I thought I had when I've looked through projects, or I've worked on more projects than I thought I had. Not met any of my goals in WhipGo, not a single one, and I've not finished anything for the first year in, I don't know, forever. But that does mean there's a lot of things that are a lot closer to a finish for next year, so we should hopefully have more finishes next year. Anyway, let's look at what I have worked on. So, in no particular order, and I will put some start of the year and end of the year pictures in, so you can see how much I've stitched. But the first one is Merejka's December, and this is coming along quite nicely now. There's quite a lot of stitches in that, so it's, yeah, starting to take shape. This is stitched on, I think it's a 32 count, but I dyed it myself anyway. It's like a pale blue colour, very pale blue, just because I wanted to really match the fabric that was in the kit, but the kit was Ada and I wanted to stitch on an even weave. So anyway, this is December, and hopefully I've managed to put the photos in, and I'll probably put a photo in to show what it looks like finished anyway as well. So that's that one. I'm struggling to put these somewhere now because my little cat, oh, she's moved. She's right in the place where I want to put them. Next one is, I'm going to take this one actually, well, not off the frame, but I'm going to loosen the frame, I think. The next one is Mirabilia's Royal Holiday, and I've put a lot of stitches into this. I was hoping I could finish it this year, but yeah, not to be. So let's just have a look at where she is. I'm not even sure I can show it all, to be honest. Right, so that's most of her, and then let's see if I wind her up so you can see where I'm at. So that's where I've finished. There's I think the kind of golden part of a dress is more or less complete, but this kind of swoops down all the red and white detail, so that's still to go. But she's looking good, isn't she? I'll show her face again. I've not seen her for a while. So that should definitely be a finish for 2025, and then I can start thinking about which is the next mirror I want to do. I'm thinking possibly the March Aquamarine Fairy, because that one's all kitted. I've got a few that are kind of kitted, but each one is sort of missing something. And I think that one's complete because I'm just going to do it on white fabric. The only decision I've got to make is am I going to do it on a sparkly fabric or just a plain white. So at the minute I'm thinking the sparkly fabric for her. We'll see. Might change my mind completely by then, because I also want to stitch Bella Filipina, because I've not stitched one of those before, and I've got a few patterns, but none of them are kitted at all. And there's problems getting Kreinik at the moment, so I probably can't get the Kreinik for them, but we'll see when Royal Holiday's finished. Right, the next one is Dimensions Kit, and I've just got this corner left to do now, and I've got some back stitching to do in here as well. I've done the back stitching for some, but there's around the map area. But I did stitch all of this year and back stitch it. So this one is very close to a finish as well. Yeah, that shouldn't be too long. I think that's the edge of the pattern there. So I guess it's a bit less than a quarter. And that one's called Treasured Times, is it called? Something like that. But it's dimensions anyway. Then, oh gosh, this next one. So this next one should have really been finished this year, and I've been avoiding doing it because it's the back stitch. So this is Anchor Field Mice, and not all the stitching's complete, but there's just a little mouse here. But I'm forcing myself to do the back stitch. So I picked it up earlier this week, and if you've never stitched an anchor chart, the back stitch is pretty heavy duty. It's what I always refer to as fractional back stitch. I don't know how best to describe it, but the where you put the holes, for example, they can be through, I don't know whether you won't be able to see on camera, but they go through the middle of your stitches, which is kind of ridiculous. So it's all, you know, it's not like you count one hole across and one down, or two across and one down, and put your needle through. No, it's like count 1.5 up and 2.5 over, and you're in the middle of a stitch, and it's, yeah, the counting is really difficult, and you really need to concentrate. But so this week I have back stitched the ears of corn here, this kind of twig, I guess, of corn stalk, these ears of corn, and I've just, well, not just started, there's like 2 or 3 days worth of back stitching on this little mouse, but all the little bits for his fur take a bit of time. So yeah, I'm doing, whilst I'm off work for Christmas holidays, I'm putting in 1 strand a day at the start of the day, and then once all that is done, I'll finish the stitching, and it's on my whip go board for a finish. So what I'm thinking is, if I do 1 strand a day while I'm off work, and then I'm probably not going to do that once I'm back at work, but maybe 1 strand at the weekend, so on Saturday and Sunday, and then hopefully most of that back stitch will be done by the time it gets called on whip go, and then I'll just have to stitch the last mouse and back stitch that, and that shouldn't be too bad. It should be finished. So that's that one. Then I only have 2 more. So the next one is Cute Witch, and I always forget who it's by. Is it Kazarina, or is that a different one? I'm not sure, but it's available on my bobbin, and I've put a fair number of stitches into it, but I also did all the back stitch, because none of the back stitching was done on this one. Well, I say all the back stitch you can see. So it's had a fair amount of work this year, and it's not too far off finished. I'm not sure whether that's the bottom of the pattern or not. I can't remember, but if it is, there's only that to go. I have a feeling there's a bit more though. But I really like this one. The detail on the cat is really good, and it's I've not got all the back stitching. I've got more whiskers to come down this side. They're done on that side, but not on this side. He's got like a little chain collar with a pumpkin on it, so I need to put the back stitch in, and then there's all fur all over here. The pumpkin needs back stitching. There's like a rat carved out of the pumpkin, so that needs doing. And then this is a bottle over here. But yeah, it looks so good. So that's that one. And then the last one that I've been working on, which I was so determined I was going to get my goal for this year and I didn't, but I had a good go at it. So the goal for this one, this is Fairytale Town by Abris Arts. The goal was to get the next house finished, which clearly it's not. There's all this to go. But, so, I mean, you'll see when I put the pictures up, you know, I did all this in between bit as well. And there's a lot of stitches there to actually get to the house, to start the house. So I'm quite proud of what I've done this year, and I joined a new Facebook group this week. I was looking for new challenge groups because Magical Stitches, which is the main one I've done for the last few years, it seems to be fizzling out. I don't know, it's like the 31st of January, which is obviously the 31st of January, December, which is obviously the last day of the year, and okay, the challenges don't start till tomorrow, but they've only just gone up today, and it's like nobody could plan and get excited about the challenges, or like, I don't know, I enjoy the, you know, the last few days of the year planning what I'm going to do in the next year, and that usually involves, you know, going on to the groups and things, and you get that kind of excitement for, I don't know, starting things and finishing things, and that kind of seems to be lacking in that group now. It just like, they didn't post, they forgot to post the November challenges, and then, so when they did post them on the last week of November, it was like, oh well, you can have December for these, so effectively there was no December challenges. And it's like, is this group just fizzling away now? I don't know. But there are new challenges posted. Anyway, all that to say, I found a new cross stitch challenge group. I found two actually. But one of them, there's a 100-day challenge, and you get 3 options. I can't remember the name of the group, by the way. Was it Extreme Cross Stitch Challenge? Something like that. I'll link it if I remember in the video description. So for the 100-day challenge, which runs from the 1st of January to whenever that is, I think it's April sometime, you can choose either to do 100k stitches, which is impossible for me because I'm working, 50k stitches, which is still probably impossible for me because I'm working, but I'm going to have a go at it anyway. Or you can do 100 hours, I think. But if I did 50,000 stitches on this, there is, I think, 76,000 to go. So 50,000 stitches would take this like a long way towards being finished. And that would make me really happy. So yeah, I'm thinking about doing that. Well, I've made a post to the effect that I am doing that, and then of course Magical Stitches went up yesterday, so that kind of interferes with it, because if I do that, that's all different projects, and I probably wouldn't be able to make the stitches on that. But then if I want to do Flosstube, which I'm really going to try hard to do better this coming year, then it's better content to have a few different projects rather than here's the same project again, see you next month. So I don't know. Anyway, that's, you know, I want to do the 50,000, I want to do Magical Stitches. I have to work for a living, so it's not possible to do both, but we can have a good go at it. There's one more thing I wanted to show you. Hang on one sec. Because I bought a few things. I know I shouldn't, but so so this came today. This is Merejka's, what's it called? Oh, Aurora's Garden. And I just think that's so pretty. And there's one with a wolf as well. But I couldn't find the wolf one anywhere in the UK. I can get it through Amazon, but I think it's coming from Germany or somewhere. So I don't know, I might pick it up at some point. This one I've wanted for a while. This is an RTO kit called Snow Goose. Yeah, Snow Goose. There's another one as well. And I may get the other one. This is the one I like better, I think. But I might have when manufacturers make things in pairs or sets of threes, they know what they're doing because you want them all. But we'll stick with that one for now. Then I got 2 Luca S ones, and this one, is it called Flower Shop? Yeah, Flower Shop. I love the colours on this. It's so dreamy and summery and pretty. And then this one is a new release, and I just thought it was gorgeous. So I'm getting all kinds of reflection off my windows. But yeah, that's called The Warmth of Friendship. So pretty. And I also have a couple more coming because, what do you know, I like buying things. I haven't bought anything for a long time though, which is good because I haven't done a lot of stitching, or I haven't finished anything. But you know, I did a while ago, I think I bought some kits, but I sold 5 from my collection. I think 5 or 6. And I've just replaced them all. But I don't mind doing that because who doesn't like getting goodies in the post? And they're nice to look at, and yeah, I don't know why I'm trying to justify it to myself. I wanted to buy them, I bought them, and they're mine now. Right, I think that is everything. So I'll just take this opportunity to wish everybody a happy and healthy new year, and fingers crossed I will do better at keeping up with Flosstube. It's so easy to say when it's the holidays and I get loads of stitching done, and then I go back to work and I'm just exhausted all the time, and it's, yeah, it takes a little while to set things up, but I will try and do better and try and keep up with things, especially like 50,000 K in 100 days. That would be so good to achieve. Alright then, I shall see you soon, hopefully. Alright, Happy New Year, happy stitching, goodbye. I'm back. I just remembered, I don't even know if anybody's interested in this, but you've not seen my little cat for ages, and she's right next to me. So I thought I'd just show her. Oh, she's dead happy about it, obviously. Say hello. Luna. Say hi. Look at that grumpy face. Look at that grumpy face. Anyway, she's all grown up now. You've not seen her for, I think you've only seen her once when she was a wee kitten. But she's so much trouble. Unbelievable amounts of trouble. Which Maggie, my old cat, never was. But this little thing, a little terror on you. She likes to try and eat my fish. She likes to try and eat my plants. She likes to eat my legs. And she's 3 now. You'd think she'd be grown out of these things, but no. And she has this super thick coat. Oh, it's just ridiculous. That she hates being brushed, but of course she has to be brushed. You have to be brushed, don't you? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Because otherwise we end up with mats. And it's ridiculous. You can't brush through it in one go. But anyway, yeah, I just thought I'd show Luna because she's not been seen for a while. So yeah, we've not given her away or anything, although very tempting at times, isn't it, Lou? Anyway, I'm gonna let her sleep. Right, that's all I wanted to say. You've seen Luna, seen the stitching, so bye.